If on okay, Purity is going to introduce to open the hangout for us. She mute herself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Purity, and we are really sorry that we had this technical hiccup, but thank you for bearing with us. So we'll go straight into it, and me and Mary are very, very thankful that you have taken the time to join us today, and we hope that you will get value out of this hangout. And I'm also very, very happy that today we have a very special guest from all the way from America joining us, and she's very talented, and she's inspired me and many others out there. So I will introduce Mary first so that Mary can say hello to you guys, and she can introduce our very special, lovely lady. So Mary?
Hi. Good evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Mary. Today, I'm very pleased to introduce our special guest. But before I introduce our special guest, I would like to tell you how I met her first. I started network marketing a few years ago, and I struggle with my network marketing. I can't prospect, I can't close a deal, I can't do anything with my network marketing. I was just close like this to quitting my business. I turned to the social media, looking for quick fix for my situation. So here we are. I saw a lovely Chef Katrina. I said, wow, that chef and doing network marketing. Let me see. I saw her phone number. I saw her Skype name. I called her straight away, and we started chatting. And since then, she is a friend, and she is a mentor ever for me. So I would like you to introduce this lovely, lovely lady, Chef Katrina, yeah, for our first ever EMP Team on Fire Europe. Chef Katrina, we're glad you made it here, although we have a little bit of technical issue. This is our first time, so please, we apologize for that.
No need to apologize. I can't tell you guys how many technical issues I've had trying to do Hangouts. So I'm just glad that you guys persisted and that we got on to do this, because I know it's going to be of huge value to your team and to everybody over there. And this is what it's all about. It's learning to just improvise and flow with it. I mean, that's what being an entrepreneur, especially on the internet, is all about. So I'm excited to be here. I know we've got some great conversations. I didn't realize this was the very first Team on Fire Euro group. I'm a little nervous now. I mean, that's just a whole bunch of pressure that I have to deal with. So, but yeah, we're gonna have some fun. So excited to be here.
Hi. So I will hand to Purity to see, Purity, what the question you have for our guest today, and what you want to learn to go and pick her mind to see what we can absorb from there.
Thank you, Mary, and welcome, Chef Katrina. I am so happy that actually we are here today and we've reached this far. And I would like to take this moment and say that without you, we wouldn't be here. So thank you very much for your time. Now, today we were thinking that we're going to talk a bit about how to build a list, and also something about Aweber. So if Chef Katrina could actually just teach us how to build the list, it would be very nice. Chef Katrina?
Okay, so you guys are looking, you guys are going to have to ask questions as we go through this, because it's going to be much more interesting and helpful for everybody by having you guys ask questions through here, so I kind of know what you don't know, because sometimes I know too much and it just falls out. So you guys should get some good information out of my head. So yeah, being Elite Marketing Pro for you guys is really a basic of simplicity. Like, you don't have to complicate what you guys do for Elite Marketing Pro in order to start generating leads and start building your list. One of my biggest frustration, I'll go back and share a little bit of my story how I found EMP for you guys. I was very similar to the same boat in network marketing. I was struggling to build my business, didn't know where to start. I was working in a corporate environment where you're not allowed to recruit your hourly cast or your hourly employees because they just don't want you to do that. So I had to find something online. So like you guys, I turned on to the internet and said, okay, how do I use this to build my business? And I stumbled across the Elite Marketing Pro about 2 years ago. I'd been previously in their beginning company, but this transitioned to Elite Marketing Pro about 2 years ago. And I said, you know, the one thing I really liked about EMP for me was I was horrible at follow-up. I didn't like getting people on the phone. I had no idea how to stay in touch with people without being seen as harassing or annoying or just everything wrong. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get into this. I'm going to, you know, grab hold of Elite Marketing Pro, and that's what I really wanted to do. So one thing that on the flip side of not being able to follow up, which Elite Marketing Pro did for me on my behalf, was that they were going to teach me what traffic was. And traffic for me always seemed like this elusive thing, right? There's this world of traffic, and there's ways to get leads, but I'm like, I don't understand this traffic thing. Like, what am I missing in terms of getting people to my opportunity and finding the right people? Like, there's a huge disconnect for me. Like, I was thinking over here, and it was actually like this close to me, and I had no idea how close I really was to what traffic was. So the first thing we did when we got into Elite Marketing Pro way back when, and we only had one option. It was VIP only. There was no annual. There wasn't anything else. You had VIP or nothing. So we're like, okay, we're all coming in as VIPs. There's no other place to come in at. And the first thing we were told to do was to create a video. And they said, this is how you start generating traffic. So the first thing we want you to do, real simple, you just got into Elite Marketing Pro, create a video and tell us why. Tell me 3 things about EMP that made you hit the buy button. And I'm like, okay, like I'm pretty comfortable doing video, but the kicker was that we had to post it inside of the mastermind group. And there were some really big names inside this mastermind group, like really high up figures that are still in this group, but they're not as active as they are back then. And I was like, oh, I've got to put up a video in front of all these people. Like, in my mind, I sounded horrible. Nothing was gonna come out right. I was such a nervous wreck. Like, the video was fine. I was like, hey guys, did the video, no problem. But to post it inside the community, I was sweating bullets. I think I posted it in there. Like, I had put it inside the community and then did nothing. Like, I sat there with my finger on the post button and I was like, oh no. Oh no. I think I got up, I walked out of the room, I came back, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be really bad. And I hit the post button, right? And I'm like, nervous sweat coming down. I'm like, oh my, and I actually physically closed off my computer. I like logged out, I closed the computer, and I went and watched like TV, or I went for a walk around the block. Anything. Because I didn't want to know what anybody had to say, because it could only possibly be negative, right? Because it was just gonna be horrible. And the first person, and I came back and I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for the critique. I'm ready for the negativity. Like, tell me what I did wrong. And I logged into the group, and everyone was like, oh my God, this is a fantastic video. And Tim Irway's commenting, he's like, nice job. He's like, great flow. He's like, I can't wait to see more from you. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, this is good. I was like, I did, yay, pat on the back. I was like, yes, I can do this, So there was that little bit of like your own mind gets in your way. But really, then it kind of kicked me off into, okay, well, video's a way to generate traffic, because all you got to do in your video is say, okay, these are the 3 things I like about Elite Marketing Pro. And I would list the 3 things, and then it's like, if you guys want to learn more, click on the link down below. And in the description, I just had to put my Elite Marketing Pro link and just put it out there. And I started kind of getting some leads. And I just kind of did it that way, and I'm like, so this is traffic. I was like, gosh, they made it sound like this really crazy thing that you had to like figure out, like it was this mystery piece, but it really wasn't anything of that complicated, which was kind of nice. There was a guy I was following, I was reading something yesterday, and he says the only thing traffic is somebody clicking your link.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Traffic is somebody clicking your link. So the more links you have out there to your product or service, that's traffic. In its simple, most basic form.
That's true. That's true. When I started also, it was very difficult for me when I started, and you know that I do relief as well. I started putting the business card in the buses, going to shopping center, dropping my business card, just hoping for somebody to pick them in the car. Fingers crossed. For somebody to pick the card and give me a call. Yeah. It's really hard work, but now I'm turning anyway. We're trying hard to make it work with the video. With the video. So
a couple of things with video.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before. It's something called keywords.
Mm-hmm.
And all a keyword is really whatever you would type into the Google search
Mm-hmm.
as you're looking for information. So if you were to put yourself in the situation of your prospects, what are they going online looking for? Right? So ideally, you're trying to get in front of that individual by using that same phrase or keyword, or group of a sentence that they would go online searching for.
Okay.
So get it, like what questions, like when you got into, your network marketing opportunity, what were some of the questions you would do? And the problem is that when you tell somebody you're part of network marketing, what's the first thing they do?
Yeah, they're cool.
This little smartphone here, before you're even done with the conversation, they're already on there looking for information about you, right? So they're looking for information about you or the company. And so if you can position yourself as the person inside the company, that's a really powerful thing. And here's an example of this. Yesterday I was at an event for my company, right, and we were having lunch, and I was kind of making my rounds, saying hi to people and asking questions and all that fun stuff. And one of the girls came up to me, she's like, oh my gosh, you're a chef. And I was like, yes, I'm chef. She's like, I found you after talking to my friend here because I was trying to research the company to find out if this is a company I wanted to join. And you are one of the first people that I stumbled across. So me being online, right, led to being reviewed in a positive way that actually got somebody else a distributor. But at the same token, I've had the last 4 distributors that have joined me in my company find me via either a Facebook post, a video post, or my blog, because they've done their research and I know what people are looking for. They're like, is your MLM a scam? Who are the top leaders in your MLM? What is the compensation plan for your MLM? I mean, these are questions that you have and you're trying to find out, whether this is a good fit for you. So you're going to go looking up this information. So that you can either be in front of that, or if people are asking you, say, hey, go to my link, and you can send them a link, like your own personal link, right? about who you are and how you're related to this opportunity, so they can see that you're not only here to help them get into the business, but you can show them how to do this business. And it doesn't matter if you're just a newbie beginning either. That's what everyone thinks. They have got to be some sort of established person to do this. But as a newbie getting in, you're doing this video teaching somebody maybe the compensation plan, or maybe, you know, giving your 3 reasons why you joined your MLM. If you can give your 3 reasons why you joined an MLM and to click on the link down below to get more information, and then it's information about, you know, being on your team and being part of your, you know, community, that draws people in more than just being part of a company. We like being part of a team. So the more you can bring people in, the stronger the team gets.
I actually agree with you, Katrina, because even before I actually ever met you or did any business with you, the first thing I ever did was go onto the internet, and I actually landed on one of your videos, and I thought, this lady does what I do as well, but I'm not getting the traffic that I'm supposed to be getting. So when actually we came into contact with you, and we were so excited, and the way you showed us how to do videos, and also get our what do you call it, our list growing. It was something that we had never done, and it was something actually we had never thought of doing. So it's, you know, like any other thing that you're buying out there, you have to research. You just don't go out and, you know, just buy anything. You have to know something about it. So yeah, you're really right about you know, having yourself out there, putting yourself out there so that you can build a list.
It's really important to do that. Like, it is probably one of the biggest key factors of being online. I do have a question for you. I'm only seeing Mary on the screen. Does she have herself boxed in, or somebody have a white box around them?
Pardon?
On the images down below, if there's a white box around you, that means that you're the primary speaker. If you click on that image again, it'll put it so that everybody, when they speak, is then allowed to, they'll show first and foremost in here.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So like, if your image is boxed with a white box frame around it, that means you're the only person that's showing up on the large screen.
Oh, right. So how do I do that then?
Click on your image again.
Okay. That's all right. Oh, I popped out again.
There you go. Because honestly, with the Hangout, just a quick thing, if you have a Hangout in here, the presenter, when they speak, should show up on the big screen for everybody, and everybody else should show up on the bottom, so that it transitions, so it looks more like an interview process than just a one-person show. I don't know if Purity, are you only seeing Mary on there, on your screen, on the big picture, and then like everybody else is down in the little boxes down below?
Katrina, I have the pleasure of seeing you on the big screen.
Fantastic. Maybe it's just me.
So I'm actually enjoying. It's actually shifting from you to Mary. So I'm enjoying the two images, which is quite okay with me.
Then it's probably my computer, and I'm totally okay with that. All right.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into list building with Elite Marketing Pro in terms of using it as a builder for your network marketing opportunity. Does that sound like a good idea for you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so here's what happens with Elite Marketing Pro. Elite Marketing Pro is an affiliate company. So what I always tell people is everybody's going online trying to figure out a way to build their business or make money online, right? So think of Elite Marketing Pro as owning a university and making a commission when people join in. So you're educating people and you're actually making money. It's like sending somebody to Harvard and you're getting a portion of their tuition, right? Which is kind of cool. So Elite Marketing Pro allows you to share education and training with others that are out there either looking for a business or looking for a way to build their business, okay? And there's lots of us. There are probably at least 100 plus new affiliates or new distributors joining an MLM every day somewhere in the world, right? Because it's a worldwide opportunity. So if there are network marketers going out there looking for a business or looking for a way to grow their business, there's no better resource for training than Elite Marketing Pro. So when you can provide this training out there and talk to people that are in, and it's easier like this. So like, how many of you guys have come up to, and then maybe another network marketer that's in a different company, right? And it becomes the my company's better than your company because you guys each are like trying to prove that your company is like far superior than everybody else's. And that's, A, gets you guys nowhere because neither one of you are going to budge because now you got something to prove, right? You got to prove that my company is better than your company. It just becomes this big battle.
That's true.
You know, so it's easier to go, you know, awesome, you're in network marketing. What marketing strategy are you using to build your business? And, you know, it's like, what, you know, how are you, you know, what marketing system are you using to help generate leads every day online? You know, and if they have no answer for you, you're like, well, are you using like a Facebook or a Twitter? Like, do you know how to get ads on Facebook and that kind of, you know, anything like that? Because, you know, I just went through a course that just taught me how to start building an ad on Facebook, which has been really helpful for me. And would that be something that would interest you? So now instead of trying to have this, my company's better than your company, now you're like, hey, you know, I've got some education if you're interested in learning how to grow your business. Because I personally believe we should have more network marketers succeeding in this industry. So if you want to help build your business, let me show you some great training that I found and see if it helps you. Now, even if they don't join your union opportunity, you still made money off of them, right? You still had made a little bit of a paycheck, and now you're helping them and providing them with the skill. And what this does is it builds up the industry as a whole. It validates every network marketer out there that this is something that we can do, and here are some of the tools that you can do it with. On the back side of this, there are plenty of network marketers out there that are frustrated with their company, their compensation plan, their upline. They believe in the system, they just haven't found the right fit for them. So again, through that teaching and education, because we all like to be taught, we all like to get education, we all like to learn something new. And if you can provide that a little bit of extra leadership and you can provide them that you're able to teach and train them their system, they be, you know what, I've been looking for a company to join and I've done some research when I found out what company you're with. How do I get started with you? Sign them up. Like, don't even go through the compensation plan. Don't go through anything. Just sign them up. I mean, they're already telling you, I want to join your team. And everything else is details at that point. They can figure that out once they're inside of it. But don't feel like you have to then, you know, tell them all about your company and everything else. They've probably already done some research themselves. They're just looking to join you. So sign them up. Like, don't make them jump in. Oh, you got to go to this capture page, or no, just get the application out and put their name on it and take the credit card and go. You know, don't overthink it. They just said yes to you. So that, you know, that's part of the process behind here. But Elite Marketing Pro just allows you to, you know, provide education training, get in front of more people, and the more people you're in front of, you're going to resonate with certain people, and they're going to want to know more about who you are and how to get on your team based on your leadership and based on the team that you're out there. You know, your team, okay, is you. It always starts with you. That's the team. If you have a team mentality when you first get into network marketing, you say, you know what, I want to build a team. I want to build an amazing team of people that I want to travel the world with and that I can build a business with, and who do I want on my team? Stop worrying about who to prospect and decide who you want on your team. Right? Like, I want a graphic designer on my team. That's who I'm looking for next. I want a graphic designer. I want somebody that, you know, that can help them build their business, and then at the same time I can go to them and say, hey, I need a graphic design, and we'll figure out some sort of barter system. So I'm looking for a graphic designer to join me in my MLM. And I'm very specific about that. But it's funny, is the next person that joins me is probably going to be my graphic designer that joins me in my MLM. But that's who I want on my team. Like, I want people on my team that are self-motivated, that can follow direction, but can also be resourceful on their own. I don't want to sit there and hold everybody's hand that joins my team, right? But getting that people around there. So let your mind already say, hey, I'm part of a team, and let's go out there and build this. So create that and just say, I've got some great resources for you, right? My resources, Attraction Marketing Formula. You have to read it if you join my team. Like, there is no other option. because I can't teach you how to build this business unless you have this base knowledge.
Yes.
Because everything I'm going to teach you online revolves around attraction marketing. And if you don't understand attraction marketing, I can't have you on my team.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes you got to, and I mean, I struggled with this in the beginning too. People would tell me this, and I'd be like, I'm just desperate for anybody to join my team. So to say that you can pick people is really hard in the very beginning because you're just so excited if anybody joins you. But the other thing too is that when anybody joins you, anybody leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that was my next question. How do you identify who really is interested in what you're doing? Because anybody can join you at any time. So how do you, sorry.
No. Great question. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. One of the things Elite Marketing Pro teaches you, and Tim teaches it inside the Ultimate Sales Funnel. He calls it his consultation funnel. It's actually one of the funnels that he helps you create inside the Ultimate Sales Funnel. And the Ultimate Sales Funnel actually pre-qualifies your lead for you, right? So basically you create a capture page about your opportunity, kind of being a little bit general, nothing really, like don't specifically call out the name of your company, especially if you're going to use it for creating ads like on Facebook or anything like that. But if you're going to, if you're talking about it on a YouTube channel, say, hey, join here, you can actually say, hey, this is my Relive company, this, enter in your name and information, and to join my team, right? So after they enter in their name and email, because maybe they can't buy today, but maybe they can buy 30 days from now. So the ability to follow up with them over a long period of time is actually going to benefit you. And if they want to unsubscribe, yay, they were never going to join your team anyways, right? So once they get their name and email address, and the next thing they're going to see is a video of you, right, saying, hey, my name is Katrina. I'm with X, Y, and Z company, and I'm really excited to have you here and share what this business can do for you. I want to let you know the couple things that I require of my team. I require that you, you'll learn the attraction marketing formula, which you'll get a link from me to learn more about. And also, I want to make sure I'm only getting the best teammates on my team because we're really about building a six-figure business. We're going to travel the world together. We're going to have a lot of fun together, and I only want serious, committed people. So I've got a little survey I want you to fill out down below. And in this survey, I'm going to have some couple questions for you. And then we're going to have about a 15, maybe 30-minute chat to find out if you're the right person for my team. So they click on the button for the survey, and the survey asks, are you interested in a home business? Are you interested, so maybe you're in the health and wellness, are you interested in nutritional products? Or how much time can you commit to your business? And you give them a couple of options, can you commit 1 to 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours, can you 4 to 6, and 8 hours a day? Find out where they're at in terms of building a business. How much what does it look like for you to invest in a business? Can you invest $100? Can you invest $500? Can you invest $2,000? Can you invest $5,000? And actually give them, the price points of wherever it would cost to come in with your company. Be real about this. And if wherever they click, that in that follow-up conversation that they'd be willing to start at that level. Right? So, and then the next couple of questions, could be like, can I get your name, can I get your name, can I get your phone number, email address, and your address. Maybe because you want to mail them something for follow-up. You have all this information, you get them on the phone, schedule an appointment with them, and you get them on the phone, and now you've pre-qualified them. You already know where they're at. You already know what they want to achieve. So maybe another question in there is like, well, what does freedom look like for you? Like if you were to get $10,000 today, how would that change your life? And you can ask them questions and kind of really get an idea. Are you married? Are you single? You can ask whatever questions you want in this survey. But that gives you an idea when you get them on the phone of where they're at and if they're a good candidate for you. And that is really part of the sales process. And Tim calls it the consultation funnel. And you do that for, if you're doing coaching, you do that for the MLM industry. And this is a way that you are actually getting very targeted people to talk to. So you're not wasting your time trying to convince people that this is their business, or that this is a business, or, oh my God, is this a pyramid scheme? No, it's not. Do you understand what a pyramid?
Yeah.
Oh my God, just walk away. and find somebody that already is aware that this is a business. You're looking for the entrepreneur, not the person that, you know, wants a job and wants to work for someone in their life and is totally happy in their own misery. Good
Yeah,
times
I
to be had
know.
by all.
Yeah, I know. I have one person subscribed to my list before. Few days later, unsubscribed himself. Yesterday, I received a mail from him saying that can you send me more information about Elite Marketing Pro and what Elite Marketing Pro doing. So, so whenever somebody unsubscribe from your list, don't get upset about that because one day they will turn around and come back. They're still thinking about it, absorb all the information, and then they will come back to you. So
Yeah.
just people like that.
So one way, and we'll do a little show and tell. 'Cause I'm all about show and tell for you guys. So you guys are over here and you're saying, hey, how do I build my list with Elite Marketing Pro? So I'm going to kind of give you guys an actual little training behind this to show you what you can do with this system. Let me go back over here. We've got like everything open. So let's go to Aweber first.
Yeah, that's
And then we'll go to Elite Marketing Pro. All right. So kicking it off back in here. Here's how you build your list with Elite Marketing Pro. So in Elite Marketing Pro, you've got the ability to use the EMP blog and capture page builder, right? So the one thing you're definitely going to want to do is use, if you don't understand what traffic is and how to get people to buy from you and kind of get into that mindset, even if you're in an MLM, I would tell you right now that you're better off promoting an Elite Marketing Pro product over your MLM right now, just so that you can make mistakes with somebody else's system, and you can kind of learn what it is that you really need to be doing and kind of watch the follow-up process and watch how this system really does go to work for you and bringing people in and providing really good value. So the one thing that you have, and this is how you build your list with Elite Marketing Pro. So like we talked about, you know, adding value, adding education. So staying in touch with those that join you in Elite Marketing Pro is really, really, really important. You should absolutely be using this strategy because you want your own list. Having your own list is like creating your own money. And
Katrina, sorry to interrupt you. We can't see your screen up at all.
You can't see my screen up at all?
Yeah.
How about now?
And now it's still.
Let me try it once more. Some days Google's a little finicky.
Yeah, I know. Tell us about it.
Can you see my screen now?
It's still.
I can see it. Maybe Mary, you need to mute so that just try muting, Mary.
So Purity, you're seeing my screen okay?
Yes, I can see it okay.
Okay. Okay. So here's what we're seeing when we have the EMP back office. This is the back of your blog for your EliteMarketingPro.net. The capture page builder is really where you're going to have most success. You don't have to have a blog to use your capture page builder, which is really nice. So you don't have to do anything but basically use this really very well done for you system. So the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go down to, here we go, the anatomy of a perfect blog post. So this is one that you can create for Elite Marketing Pro. And trust me, there's a lot of network marketers out there and people out there that are looking to build a business through blogging. So you have this amazing opt-in form that all you have to do is basically either do a video or drop the link somewhere. So go to Facebook and say, hey, how would you, literally, I'll show you guys, this is crazy. So if I were to take this, I'm just going to really quickly show you guys. I'm going to do a control, I'm going to copy this. This is really just ridiculous what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to my blog, into my Facebook. I'm going to post this, right? So this is what we call a market to message match. Exactly what they're going to land on to see is right here. And then I would just take the URL. I would copy that also. I would go to Facebook. I would put the link in there. Oops, my little thing. I would actually say you probably want an image here. And when you create your capture pages, they actually give you this image. So you should probably have this on your hard drive. If you don't, get back with Mary or Purity and they can tell you where you can get that from. This is as easy. I would just, there's a little kind of X here, so I would exit out. I'd go grab a photo, and I know I have this somewhere in my my back office. I want to say it's probably under EMP stuff, 9 out of 10 times. There it is. So the Anatomy of a Perfect blog. I would grab that. Maybe not because it has the arrow, so I'm actually going to delete that one. And I'm going to go ahead and choose the other one. The arrow is going to force people to look a certain direction. So if you don't have something there to opt in for them, it may look weird. You may want to crop that. It's completely up to you. So I'm going to go with the other image that's on here. So that's in here, and then basically all I would do is hit post. And strategy number 1, that would be a way to drive traffic. All they've got to do is click on the link, and that drives the traffic. So that's really, really basic. But the list that gets built here, you should have the ability to communicate with that list also. So the way that we do that is inside of the Elite Marketing Pro system, you can actually what we call integrate your AWeber into these capture pages. So not only are your viewers and the people that opt in getting still marketed to by Elite Marketing Pro, but now you're building your list with this system also. And that's really, really a huge piece of what we do online. This because it allows for branding, allows for you to be found, all that exciting stuff. So the landing page, everything that's set here, I want to double check everything, 5 seconds. There is Elite Marketing Pro. This little section right here is called for pre-configured capture pages only. But this little code right here will actually have the EMP system send the correct follow-up for people when they opt in. So not only are they're getting followed up by the EMP system, and they're building your list. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. And there's a different number for every single product that's back here. So the one thing that you would do is, this is called the integration piece. So you have, for integration, you can do anything you want. And you can use AWeber, you can use GetResponse, Chipmonkey. I mean, there's tons of autoresponders that are out there that you can use. And what an autoresponder does is it basically allows you to send one email to hundreds, if not thousands, of people at the same time without you trying to individually find out who you should be sending this to, or this person wanted this MLM information, but maybe they're not interested in this, and it keeps you from having to juggle your own personal list trying to figure out where everybody needs to be, right? And it allows them to unsubscribe, and it's just easier to have an autoresponder. I tried trying to do it on my own, and this made it way easier because you can set up broadcasts to go out, so you can send out an email to go out 3 days from now, and it just goes out. So there's a lot of things that you can do to kind of make this easier on yourself. So right inside of your EMP thing, there's this integration piece, and all you have to do is put in the raw HTML code, and the system does the rest. So I would go over to your AWeber account, and I actually created a list, which is real simple to do. All you're going to do is you're going to go to up here in AWeber, it says Manage My Lists. and you would just click a list. And just follow the step-by-step instructions. There's really nothing crazy about it. But as you can see, I pretty much have a list for all the different EMP products because I want to know who these people are and why they've come to this particular product. Because that's really important to know. Like if you're going to send an email to them, is it, you know, if you're talking about a blogger, you're going to want to make sure that you're sending blog information to the person that's subscribed to blogging because that's what they really are interested in at this point. Maybe they're not interested in video, maybe they could, but you really just want to, the whole purpose of a list is to get that person that's on the list to buy, and if they don't buy, you want them to unsubscribe.
Okay.
As weird as that sounds, that's what you're kind of looking for them to do. Like the purpose of the list is that they should be buying, and if they don't buy or at least open your emails, you know, you're paying for that. These, you know, you're paying for the system.
Sorry. So basically, this system kind of tells you what one customer needs from you, rather than you trying to, you know, figure out what it is they're looking from you. So it kind of categorizes the customer's needs from you.
Correct. And I think that's really important to do. So like you may want to have an AWeber list that's, you know, live contacts. So if you go to a networking event, you're going to tell people that you're going to put them on, you know, a list and they're going to get information from you. Well, you know that the information for those people, because they met you at a live event, could be whatever you want it to be. So there is a way to really separate out everybody on your list.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
It is. And the other cool thing, I mean, AWeber is a really amazing tool. There is a lot of training that you can get on this. But like say somebody joins me in Attraction Marketing Formula, and maybe I want to, if they opt into Elite Marketing Pro, I can actually set it up so that if they're on Attraction Marketing Formula and then they're also on Elite Marketing Pro's list, they'll drop from one to the other. So I can have them removed from this list and added to this list.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yes. So there's ways to manage your lists. I wouldn't say I have it all down, but there's, you know, this is a good management tool. So what I want to show you guys real quick is create the list, name it. I'm going to go to the one for EMP blog, so it's going to be under EMP. Where did I put it at? Or is it at the very bottom because I just added it? Nope. Where is it? I'm losing my mind. There it is. So EMP blog, so this is the one that I sent into EMP blog, says if they're going to opt into it, this is actually for the EMP blog capture page offer. Couple of things when you set it up, make sure this list description that's on the first page for basic setup, this is actually the response people will get when they unsubscribe to your list. So the list description here should be, why should people stay on your list?
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of a hidden secret in that one. But that's what the list description is here. And then the last thing you want to make sure, and I'm just going to click on number 3, it's called the confirmed opt-in. If you're using the EMP system, make sure this second piece right here, this required opt-in form, is actually turned off. You want to make sure this is off because otherwise it creates something which is called a double opt-in, which means they won't get their information or they won't be on your list because they're going to have to opt into your list. And this may keep you from building it. I mean, if you keep it open, you may get better quality leads, but you really want to kind of build that list out and still stay in a way to communicate with them. So I always recommend that you turn off the double opt-in form. Even though they strongly recommend you leave it on, if you're using it as a lead generation tool like this and you're giving away something for free, I would make sure this is off. Okay. And then just save that. Don't you have to do anything else. Just hit Save Settings, and you're good to go. Then it's going to ask you if you want to create an opt-in form. If you're going to add this into your capture page, you're going to have to create an opt-in form or a sign-up form. So I did one real quick, and it's pretty straightforward. So the sign-up form looks nothing more than this. There's nothing fancy. It's just the name, the email address, and sign-up button. There's no header. There's nothing fancy because they're not going to see anything back here. They're not going to see any images or anything else because all this system is really doing is just capturing an email address. Okay. So you want to make sure you save the form. Go to step 2. Name your form. You don't have to do anything for the basic thank you and the subscription. None of that needs to get touched. Nothing for you to worry about if you're using the EMP system. And you go to step 3. Step 3, it says I will install my form. So you'd click on that one. And the code that you need to use is actually this raw HTML version. And here's a little secret. If you're using the Elite Marketing Pro capture pages, for this particular text, you want to move your mouse over it and then click on it. At this point, never, ever, 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 never, just making sure you guys understand, never, never use your mouse and do a right click.
Oh,
okay?
right.
That is, for some reason, in most of the EMP system, if you're using that, it will not set up the integration correctly. So if you do this and you do copy in here, this actually is the worst thing you can do. What you want to do instead is copy, get it all highlighted, and then with your keyboard, there should be a control function on there. So there's a little key that says CTRL.
Yeah.
Control. You're going to hold down that button, and then you're going to hit the letter C as in cat.
So basically what you're saying that we should actually go back to basics.
Yeah, go back to your basic.
Forget about the mouse and just use your computer.
Just use your keyboard. So for those that don't know, Control C is copy, and Control V as in Victor is paste. Okay? So Control C this, and then come over here, and then when you get in here, you Control V as in Victor. And the reason I do this is because this should all auto-populate. There should be new information here. It'll put in the name, so make sure your AR name is name. If your ARE says email, it should be email. Make sure this is correct in that. And then at the very bottom, there should be this hidden field that populates also. And this will not populate if you're using your mouse to do it. I've come across too many people that this is not doing correctly unless they're using the keyboard to do it. Okay? So once that's done and everything is good, you would just hit save. Now I always put name and email in because maybe I want to take it for a test run and I want to see if people will enter in their name and email. Maybe I only want emails, but I like having the option of having both of them on here. So a way that you can see that, I'm making sure I hit save because I like to make sure I have everything saved. On the, I think it's the thank you page. Let me double check. No. Then it's on the landing page. On the landing page under, I believe it's opt-in. You have the ability to turn on and off different fields. So right now, the name field is the other alternative. You'll always have an email opt-in, but you can either turn the name on or off. So even though it's on the form itself, I can say whether I want to show it or hide it based on the buttons back here. So if I want to show it, I would leave it on. And I would preview this, and you guys would see that it says enter in your full name and best email address, right?
Yeah.
If I turn it off and go back up here and save and preview it.
Okay. What's your name?
Then all you have is just enter your best email address.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes having the ability to have them all up, have the ability to add the email or not an email, completely up to you, but I always create my AWeber opt-in form over or on my sign up form to always have name and email, so this way I can run tests against it. I can see which one performs better, because I can create the same capture page multiple times, and I can have one running with email address and one running without, or one with a name and one without the name. I could have one running with name, phone number, email address, and I can see where I get the better conversions from.
All right. So it means that you can create another captcha page with on and another one with off.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, you could even create the sign-up form like my friend Doug does it. Doug creates this sign-up form every single time with name, email, and phone number. And what's nice about this is that if that script's in here, right, that script for that opt-in form, you don't have to create multiple opt-in forms in your Aweber. You just have the one, because it's asking the 3 questions, and with the EMP system, you can turn on and off which ones you want to show.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Information.
Yes.
So that's one way that you can use Aweber and the EMP system really simple, in a simple way. You don't have to go back and forth and create all this chaos between the two.
This is what we're missing, really. This is it's really useful. I know that there is a lot of things in my integration is not right. So now we saw it. Just one thing I saw, for example, when you put in your list, for example, in the other side there is all the products. You're not putting in names, yeah?
For the capture page or for the email list?
For the email list.
For my email list, when I create them, I'll do them by product. So like I have an email list just for Elite Marketing Pro. So when people sign up for Elite Marketing Pro, I have a list just for that.
Just for that.
And then I have a list for, like this one here is my EMP blog. So I know that this one is for anybody that opts into this perfect blog post, the Anatomy of a Perfect blog post.
Okay.
So now I know what they're opting into.
Okay. Okay.
So maybe I want to send this list information about building a blog, or beyond this one and stay in contact with them, or even create a follow-up email for this particular list. I can create a follow-up series, so I can say, hey, congratulations on getting the Anatomy of a Perfect blog. I love, out of those 10 tips, I think, 2 and 3 were my favorite, and they are. And let them know that you're, not only, providing them with information, but who you are and why you're in the connection with it. It's like, you landed on my website, you got your hands on my Anatomy of a Perfect blog, and I just want to introduce myself that I'm a blogger also, and I'm using this training to build my blog and my business, and, get that introduction out of the way for them so that they can kind of associate, and that's how you start building your relationship with your list. And this is relatively new. Like, I really probably built this list about a week ago inside of Aweber. So I haven't created my follow-up yet. I haven't done any of that. But like for, say, Anatomy of a Perfect blog, or not Anatomy of a Perfect blog, but for the attraction marketing formula, I've got an EMP, back here for just attraction marketing formula. So if I come back into the attraction marketing formula, there it is, AMF. So this was the, the capture page that I built, and I can drive traffic here, and I created my own list just for this product. So I've got, I think I use Chef for everything just because it reminds me of why I'm doing things. But this is my attraction marketing, follow-up. So this is the series that I created. And that's just, something that you can, do with the system. And if you're not comfortable doing a follow-up for people, then just let the system take over, because we talked about that, with the capture pages, that they have that auto integration. so the capture page campaign. So they'll get followed up, based on the on the thank you. So whatever the pre-configuration code is, which apparently I'm missing, that goes in here, then the EMP system will follow up for them. And you don't have to do anything extra, but if you're building a list and you're using the system to build a list, the number one thing I'm going to tell you is that you've got to touch base with them, like, hey, who are you? And let them know. It's like the first thing you say is like, you're receiving this email because you opted into one of my websites. And even though it belongs to the EMP system, it's still your website. It has your name attached to it. You're the affiliate for it. It is your website.
Okay. Another question I wanted to, slightly going off what we're doing at the moment is, why would you, for people who are probably listening to this at the moment and they're not with EMP, what is the advantage of EMP over other systems? Why would we recommend EMP to people over other systems?
One of my big things that I love about Elite Marketing Pro over anything else out there is that it teaches you how to market you. And by doing that, it teaches you how to market their system first, where you can make money, right? Because it's easy. So here's the philosophy. Here's the idea for the Elite Marketing Pro. As you're learning what marketing is, you're getting paid to learn. The money that you earn with Elite Marketing Pro then can pay for your advertising for your MLM. So now your MLM is not taking money out of your personal pocket for advertising and for maybe attending live events. Elite Marketing Pro is paying for that, for you to learn how to build your business, right?
Yeah.
The other thing I like a lot about Elite Marketing Pro is that you have the opportunity, once you understand the basics, once you understand how to drive traffic to something that converts, once you get that really good and you start making money with this system, you can literally take this exact same premise and create your capture page for your business, right? Yeah. And you can start driving traffic to your personal business because you're learning how to get really targeted traffic to your offer. With some of the other systems out there, they are asking you to promote only them all the time. So you have to promote webinars, and there's tons of training and everything else out there, and it can get really confusing and really overwhelming because it feels like you're just constantly in the state of learning, and there's no action behind it. So
in other words, you're improving yourself, and also improving yourself by using Elite Marketing Pro system in order for you to be able to use it anywhere else besides Elite Marketing Pro.
Right. I actually use this to, I've talked with insurance agents, and I'm teaching them how to use this system to build their insurance business. You can talk with real estate agents and teach them how to use the same training to build their business, because the basic idea is you need traffic to go to a capture page that has a free offer that you can follow up with to get them either to buy something or continue to communicate with them. When there's other systems out there, like the other one, I can call names out. It doesn't matter. There's another system out there that I know that a lot of people are into. Not a bad system. I was part of it myself. I was in
shiny objects.
And but I was in a lot of companies. I was literally in like all over the place. I was in like multiple lead generation companies. And the problem that I was having is that when you're in multiple lead generation companies, the value you add to people is all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So this is great. This has got some great leaders in here. There are some amazing leaders inside the system. I do not you know, I totally say that without a shadow of doubt, this is an amazing company, an amazing system. My struggle with this system was that it promoted a new training for a new webinar for a new way to build your business every single week. And as a marketer, what Elite Marketing Pro teaches you is that they want you to pick one marketing style. So either get really good at using Facebook to drive traffic, using a blog to drive traffic, use video to drive traffic, and do one so well that it starts driving traffic and you're starting to see either people signing up for your business or you're making money. Or you should be doing both, right? What I struggled with was getting into a system like this that promoted training, different training every single week, that I just didn't know how to teach my team to focus on one strategy. So that's why I struggled with this, and I know people have done really well with it because they're able to brand themselves, but a lot of people that get in here never learn that self-branding that we talk about with Elite Marketing Pro. I mean, I always tell you guys, like, if you're going to create an email list like this, there should be an email coming from you also, right? They need to start building that relationship with you. You need to start doing that from day one, right? Which is what list building is. It's building that relationship through email marketing, through follow-up, and then inviting them to find you on other social media platforms. Like in your email follow-ups, absolutely say, hey, you know, you landed on my website, you got your hands on attraction marketing formula. You know, my experience with it has been this, and if you want to connect with me, you can find me on, and then you can, you know, tell them to find you on Facebook or Twitter or Google Plus or Pinterest or wherever you want them to find you, so that they get a sense of who you are. And that's one thing that, you know, with Elite Marketing Pro, we tell you, you're going to brand yourself because people join people, and they want to be part of that team, which we talked about in the very beginning of this hangout. So what I like about Elite Marketing Pro is it teaches you the basic fundamentals of marketing yourself and then using these systems to basically continue to build your business.
That's fantastic. That's
Did
fantastic.
that make sense?
Yeah,
Yes,
it does.
that made a lot of sense because at the end of the day, I mean, it's all about you. It's your business. It's your business. You need to be known, and you need to be talking to those people because they're coming to you, not to assist them. They're just coming. They've come to the business because they're looking for you, and
Right.
you have something that you're offering them, or you've identified something between the two of you that is connected.
Right. And so, like, this system, I mean, it teaches you education. Like, you're learning right now. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. I mean, you're creating hangouts. You're creating content. You know, you're introducing people to the system. You know, one thing that I love about these hangouts, which I think they're totally underused. I absolutely, without a doubt, think they're underused. But when you get a new teammate in, you know, one way to help them grow their business is to interview them. This is something I'm going to start doing with my team. But interview them 30 days into the business. What are their results? You know, like, where were they before Relive? Where are they now? And really get those testimonials from them. And, you know, they may not have the business, but they may be excited still about building this business and who they're going to go talk to. And you catch that excitement in the very beginning. And then you say, you know what, go out and use this video as a way to, you know, show people what it is that you're doing. And now you've got something that will tell your story for you forever. You've told it once, and you can share it, and it's out there, right? And that's the beauty of using video and doing these hangouts as part of your business building. I mean, I'm a huge fan of video and blogging, because blogging, you guys all know it, Purity said it at the beginning, people go and search the internet, right? So if you have a blog, people go and they search you. Because if you're attached to Relive, they're going to read articles that you wrote about Relive, or what your experience with Relive, or your reviews about Relive, or how to get started with Relive, or what's the compensation plan with Relive. And they're going to look for this, and that's what you do.
That's very true.
And a lot of that training comes from Elite Marketing Pro, because they're going to show you how to do video. They're going to show you how to create a blog. They're going to show you how to create capture pages. They're going to show you how to drive traffic. they're going to show you how to build a list.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They've shown us already. The 60-day challenge where we went through, it's really taught us a lot. Taught us a lot. But we're still learning from that. I know we bit slow, but we'll get there at the end. We're learning from it.
Mary?
Yeah.
How long does it take somebody to graduate from high school?
About 5 years.
So you've been doing this for, what, about a year now, and you think you're slow?
Yeah.
You're doing Hangouts. You've got Purity joining you in here. You've already brought in, you know, a couple more people into Elite Marketing Pro. You're sharing your story, what this is all about. You're teaching and training your team, and you're slow?
Yeah, it's not in the level that I wanted at the moment, but I'm getting there.
That's the best part about this. You'll never be at the level you want to, because as soon as you hit that level, you're already looking to the next level. So when you hit it, you don't even realize you've done it.
Yeah, I know.
Have you celebrated the fact that you're doing a Hangout today?
Oh yes.
Running circles around the neighborhood. Have you been excited about the fact that you got a lead inside of Elite Marketing Pro? There are people that have never gotten a lead inside of Elite Marketing Pro. You already have that. Like that first lead should have you like screaming and like jumping up and down, because there are still so many people that have never gotten the first lead. They've never gotten their first commission. You know, these little milestones that we kind of take for granted because we always want to see the big picture, but these little steps are really what build this massive of income. I was talking to somebody yesterday. You want to know what the definition of success is?
Yeah.
Doing the same thing over and over again, day in and day out. It is completely boring. It's repetition every single day. Right? It's boring. You know how exciting it is to write a blog every single day for 3 years? It's repetition. It's just something you do to do it, right? It's not like you're going to get like this, fanfare going off and all this crazy stuff going on. But the success comes because you've done it every single day. You want to know how you start losing weight? Take your first step, go for a walk. Right? What do you got to do tomorrow? You got to go for a walk. What do you got to do the next day? Go for a walk. What do you got to do? Go for a walk. It doesn't change, right? But if you walk for 5 years, does the weight come off? Do you feel better?
So yes, you have to be consistent in anything that you do to get results.
Yeah. What do you want your business to look like in 5 years?
Oh my God. I just want to grow the business bigger.
But what do you want to be in 5 years? You've got to actually say to yourself, in 5 years, I want to be ambassador at this level, and I want to be making this income, so that every step you take and what you wake up to and what you don't do today is that reminder that it's going to take me 5 years to get there, and it could come faster than that. But you've got to know what you're working for. And if you just say, I want to grow my business, that's like saying, I'm going to go shoot an arrow and hope I, hit a $100 bill that's just floating around outside. I'm just going to step outside and I'm just going to call, I'm going to take this arrow and I'm going to shoot at a tree and there's going to be a $100 bill. That's literally like it.
So basically, you have to have a goal. You have to have little goals to achieve the biggest goal that you're looking for.
Yeah.
But what is it going to take to achieve the big goal? So, like, could you commit to doing a video a day? Could you commit to doing, a post a day about your opportunity and one about the Elite Marketing Pro system? Use the same image, change out the words, but could you sit there and post that every single day? Because it's going to look boring to you, and you're going to think these people are saying the same thing over and over again. But that's what marketing is. that's what building a business is. It's the same thing over and over again, done so well over such a long period of time that at the end of 5 years you're considered an expert in this.
Yeah, I know. And this is just the beginning. Today we started with our hangout. This is just the beginning, and from now on, maybe in a week, maybe we'll produce 2 or 3 videos.
Even if you did one a week,
Yeah.
and you interviewed different people,
Yeah.
you're creating a ripple effect out there that is unlike anything you'll ever believe. And you've just got to believe in that doing this today may not produce results tomorrow, right? But it could produce results in 3 weeks from now. It'll still be producing results in 4 weeks, in 6 weeks, in 1 year, in 5 years. Because what happens is the longer that content is on the internet, the more exposure that it gets. And the more consistent you are in getting that content out, the faster people start seeing you and wanting to be on your team.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
So, did this help? I mean, is this a good training? I mean, to kind of help you guys out a little today?
Yeah. I mean, you're doing brilliantly. We're learning quite a lot, and I mean, and I hope the people who are watching this are also learning something. It's all about improving yourself, even if it means repetition every day. It doesn't matter what you're trying to put out there, but as long as you get up in the morning and do it, at the end of the day, you will get results somewhere, even if it's not tomorrow or day after, but what you've done has to give you fruit somewhere.
Yeah, and always it says that when there is a will,
There's a way.
So you just have to follow this. You have very strong will. Follow your will. There is a way you can build it. You can make it happen. So
that's what I love about this.
So we really took your brain away today, and we are proud to have you with us today. The last thing I will say is thanks very much, Katrina, for this training. It was wonderful. We really appreciate it. Yeah? And
yeah, absolutely. If you guys want me on here again, or if there's anything else specific that you guys want to learn, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll take you up on that offer.
Oh, I know. I know.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. I think we'll wrap up now, because I think we don't want to make it too long and bore people. So thank you very much for those people who have stuck with us through our little hitches, hiccups, and we're glad that that you joined us, and we hope that you will follow us again in the upcoming ones. So, and I want to take this opportunity to say that thank you, Chef Katrina, for all that you have taught us today, and for all the information that you have laid out for us, and for making us understand what you have taught us. So thank you very much, and should call it a day.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for sharing your wisdom with us.
My pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. Go out and change the world. Have fun every day.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.